Bernard Sippin, 23 Westview Drive. I've gone through the school system, lived in my town, this town all my life, 81 years, and my three sons have also. I felt we got an excellent education. I respect the teachers, as said here earlier with some of these other people. It's a very honorable profession. And when I went to school in those days, they needed a union. It was to the point where sometimes they wouldn't hire a teacher unless she was even married, okay? And I think the union was needed, and they come in there, and the teachers were overworked and underpaid at that time. There's an Irish philosopher by the name of Edmund Burke who made this statement: the only thing necessary for the triumph of evil is men will do nothing. We're trying to do something here. I compare our school system as I would a business corporation. The CEO would be the superintendent of schools, the Board of Education would be the directors, and the shareholders would be the citizens in the town of Monroe. The only difference is that normally the shareholders share in profits, and instead of profits we want to share in the savings, what it is. The thing that bothers me most about this situation that's occurred, and it was quite a bit of interest in it, and I would say in all the years I've been in town, this is probably the first year I've ever got up and spoke. What bothered me more than anything else, and we employ a considerable amount of people, was the fixed income that the teachers had, or with the raises. And it was my impression there were a number of teachers that were willing to take a freeze, and their union turned it down. It was a situation, I was under the impression on the Freedom of Information Act that during the referendum, if things didn't go the way some people wanted them, we could always come at the time of negotiations at this time and review it. And then I was informed that's not the case. This attorney has spoken here quite eloquently, and when I listen to an attorney talk like that, they basically throws a roadblock up against you. All these acts that have been passed, I'd like to know who put them into effect, and probably stop you from doing anything you want to do. And if you complain about it, you're hit with the cost, not only of your own cost, but the cost of the other side also when they're up there. The thing that bothered me more than anything else was the Chamber of Commerce. One of the first charter members of it, and was past president, so were two of my sons. And we're in business in town for over 90 years. And we contribute to this town. I question how many people do more than what we've done. It goes against my grain to have somebody come to me and basically accuse me otherwise. We had the Chamber of Commerce sponsor the Citizen Audit Committee, who had a legitimate constructive criticism, have a meeting up at the Roberto's. And at that meeting, Dr. Palmer was there, and most of the members of the Board of Education. And the Citizens Audit Committee put on a presentation and told them all the things that bothered him, wanted to be looked into. It was constructive criticism. I wish somebody would come into my business instead of me having to pay an efficiency expert, tell me how I could run my business better. And the meeting went on. Many questions were put out on the floor. Many were answered to some people's satisfaction, some to none. But at the end of the meeting, a member of the Board of Education approached me and told me that due to my position, I was going to lose clients, customers from my energy company. That's a threat. And then when I get outside on my car, stuffed on every windshield of mine, was a brochure telling every business person, because that's who was there, that if they didn't vote yes in this particular situation,
It's time, Mrs. Sippin, so just finish up the sentence, please. 5 minutes.
5 minutes, okay, I could talk for 5 years if I wanted to. But teaching is an honorable profession, okay? I have a niece who's a teacher. And if they deserve a raise, I believe they should get it based on merit and not on length of service or on certificates, although that should count. I thank you very much for listening to me.